So tired of running. I thought there would be something. Hello everybody and welcome to the Champions League, not featuring City, so we don't have to worry about getting knocked out. You can't worry about getting knocked out if you already are knocked out. That is the beauty of this game tonight. So we're just going to have a lovely, chilled, laid-back evening tonight, watching Liverpool Galatasaray, who are currently losing 1-0 on the AG. It's a shame that I couldn't do the Barcelona-Newcastle game due to family stuff, because that was a crazy game. I was able to catch some of those goals and plays. 7-2 it finished in the end. So that is that is Newcastle absolutely shafted 8-3 on aggregate in the end. Spurs are probably going to get destroyed as well. And who knows? Obviously, Arsenal are through. Is it just going to be Arsenal going through? Or are Liverpool going to join them? But how are we all doing tonight, guys? Welcome one and all. Hello, John, Lewis, Footy Enjoyer, Ethan Larris, beautiful human being that you are. How are you, mate? Gundo Masterclass to sink the Reds. I hope so. We've got Fenway. We've got this prick Nobbins. I am late. Yeah, sorry about that. Bastard Smack Arsenal. Hopefully. Silky. Good evening to you, Natando. 6 foot. Prem got cooked. Yeah. More singing, please. Louder. See, I get mixed feedback. Some people say the volume's too low. Other people say it's perfect. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe. It's fine on my end. I don't know. I just get some people saying it's way too quiet, and then some people say no, it's fine. So I don't know. Just turn up your volume, I reckon. Chance would be a fine thing. Absolutely. One that 82 so bad. Hello, JB. Yeah. Very, very jealous of lots of your lovely players. Your ability to destroy Newcastle's press was very, very impressive. It was very, very impressive. Ha 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 ha. Good evening to you, JH Plays. Nah, not me, RC. I'm surprised that they did as well as they did at St. James's Park. I will say that, but this is going to be a Barca win quite comfortably. Why do I have 2 GameCubes? Yeah, you'd know that if you were a member of a certain tier. That was a member exclusive video that I released today, my Games Room tour. So the reason why I have 2 GameCubes is as follows. Because the best way to play Game Boy Advance games on a television is via the Game Boy player. Specifically, you need an English GameCube with a SCART cable and the Game Boy player. And that is the best way to play Game Boy Advance games. So I've got the purple GameCube with the Game Boy player for Game Boy games, and I've got my Japanese orange GameCube for GameCube games. So that's why that's a thing. Good question though, but that's why I have them both. I've not seen your comment, True Citizen. I've not seen your comment, mate. Yeah, I have many. I've got too many consoles, but it's fun. They're fun to have. I went through a phase in, I'm gonna say, like, from around 20, I'm going to say around 2015 through to 2018, I went through a mad phase of wanting to get, like, the perfect gaming experience of, like, all these consoles. So, okay, you need SCART for that console, you need RGB for this, you need this for that, you need to get an NTSC system for this, and blah, 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 blah.
They're going to die like a dog. And, oh, we're going to kill them. Victor Oshim, he's a fraud. A massive fraud. He's nothing like Hugo. Oh, Hugo. Wonderful player. Wonderful.
Big up to you, Liam Byrne. How are you feeling today? You are a Liverpool fan. So there you go. That's why. Yeah, 2 GameCubes. You know, we're living it up. We're living it up out here. Got 1 English one for the Game Boy Advance games, 1 Japanese one for the NTSC. And yes, guys, it has been region modded. You'll be happy to hear. You will be happy to hear. Yeah, crazy. They got absolutely battered. Yeah, big up to Pedri. Yeah, Pedri is lovely. Can Barca smack arse in the anal? I've got a nasty feeling that Arsenal are going to win that tie if they meet each other in the semi-final. I've got a very nasty feeling that Arsenal win that one, to be honest. I don't know. There's still a little bit of naivety in this Barcelona side, and I wonder if Arsenal, who are more calm nowadays and are more professional nowadays, I know that recently they played a bit stinky, but you know what I mean generally. I just wonder, man. I wonder if over 2 legs are Arsenal going to be too much for them. I hope not, obviously. We'll see. We'll see. Barca cut Newcastle. You're damn right they did. Big up to them. Big up to Barca. They might not either, Black. They might not either, yeah. Arsenal 2 compacts as drawn, perhaps. Favorite GameCube game? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I do love, I think it was like a launch game. I do love Super Monkey Ball. That's a fun multiplayer game as well. I don't know what my favourite game is. Brawl is good, obviously. I do like Super Smash. I'm a fraud. Big up to you, Lewis. Thank you for redeeming. Again, Newcastle got battered Sachin, didn't they? Yeah, Barca play some very lovely football. And yeah, yeah, big up to them for doing that. Big up to them for doing that and having solutions to man-to-man presses. It's very impressive, as I say. I know they are very good. Are we the farmers? Because I remember when I remember, like, I think I was on like the Big Six and we were having the Top Six Football Terrace words, and we're having a conversation about, is this Premier League team weak? Is this Premier League season weak? And I was saying how I feel like the ceiling is low, but the floor is high. And then people's retort to that was, but why are English sides doing so well in the Champions League phase? And it's like, okay, fine. We'll see what happens in the knockouts, though. And so far, we've been battered. Newcastle have been battered. Liverpool probably will go through. Chelsea got battered. Arsenal are obviously through against Leverkusen. But even Liverpool lost the first leg. I do think Liverpool will go through tonight. But still, it's not clear cut. It's not clear cut. Oh, Peter, yeah. Oh, there was a tweet. I was going to quote tweet it, but then it did the thing, where you go on Twitter and then it auto refreshes your feed and you lose the tweet forever. So I don't know who tweeted it, but oh no, maybe I sent it to. Did I send that one to someone in the Discord? Yeah, I put it in the Discord. I can't remember. Spartacus, did I send it to you? Maybe, I don't know. Something like I might be thinking of a different one then. It was something like, when are Newcastle going to use their physicality to overwhelm this Barcelona midfield? I do hope that we go down that route personally. You guys know me. I like my attacking football, but I like my high technical floor football as well. Yeah, Liam Burns a Liverpool fan. I hope so, Sachin. I hope that they are too good for them. We'll see. I love the naivety about Barca. Just keep going forward 24/7, outscoring even if you concede. Again, it's fun, isn't it, Peter? It's a very good point for you, Enjoy, to be fair, yeah. I didn't expect our goalkeeper and our defence to shit a brick in the first leg. In fairness to me. I don't play Fortnite, Sam. No, not really. I think I've played 3 games, maybe, in my career. I forgot about Spurs. They got battered as well, didn't they? Hey, they're still technically in. They just need to win 3-0. That's all. We showed them the formula of how to do it, yeah? Easy mode. Definitely Spartacus agree. I'd tell my kiddies to get Pedris as footy enjoyer. Spoiler for the game, we will win 1-0 in the 90th minute and then they'll equalise in extra time and knock us out. Wow, that's a Liverpool fan. That's a Liverpool fan saying that. I do not play darts, no. I've played darts maybe twice and I don't think I'm very good at it. You can't outstrength this Barca side if they don't give you space or time to win. Exactly. It was that thing, I know it's an extreme example, but it was when people were describing players like Xavi or Iniesta or David Silva, it was the old adage was, you can't take the ball off them because they don't let you get near them. That's how bloody good they are. Yeah, exactly, and that goes through the whole team. In fairness, like the goalkeeper Juan Garcia has that available. I don't think they can do that nearly as well without Garcia and goals. He deserves a lot of credit as well. Big up to João Cancelo, you know. Xavi, yeah, that's how you pronounce Xavi because of the region he's from. It's not Xavi, it's Xavi. I'll have you know, I know things. I know things. More excited for Bayern Atalanta, 6'1". Why is that? They're winning 6-1, mate. Why are you excited for that game? I mean, you can be excited for whatever you want, but yeah, Musty, the remontada died. Thoughts on June? It's films that I need to watch, but I've never watched. I do need to get that sorted at some point. Where is my boy Leroy Sané? Is he still injured? Well, Gundo's on the bench, so he needs to come on and sort it out. Almost threw my phone at the wall when I saw his bench Rio again after Sunday. Yeah, he played well, didn't he? I've not seen this, no. I've not seen this. We watched, I think I said we watched Captain America 2 the other day. So next up is Ooga, Ooga, Ooga Chaka. Hooked on a feeling. Ba, 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 ba. Those aren't the pitches. Ba, ba, da, ba. That's better. I'm high on believing. Ba, ba, da, ba, that you're in love with me. Ba, ba. So yeah. That's up next. Love the Guardians film. Guardians 2 is very watchable. Very watchable. Guardians 1 also very watchable. But I think Guardians 2 might be the better film. That might be controversial. Oh, we've kicked off, guys. Liverpool versus Galatasaray. And they've immediately kicked it into touch. You ain't cool doing this rugby setup. Why do teams do this? I hate it when teams do that. I don't care if it works. It pisses me off. You should get deducted points for that. I don't like it. I didn't like it when Enrique's PSG did it either. Annoy me. 3 is the one with... That's the one where it's mainly about Rocket. That's where he's the main thing. Yeah, exactly. Look at me. I know things, Martin. Xavi. When will transfer rumour streams come? I don't really do transfer rumour things, although I guess we sort of did some of those. But it wasn't like whenever there was any rumour. It was only when there was actually something properly concrete and we would talk about it. Yeah, that's correct, Musty. Yeah, that's right. Hello, Strawberry Cheesecake. How you doing? Yeah, I rate a lot of Barca's players. Brilliant, Musty. Oh, Ekatike in behind. Wait, is Singo starting? Oh, come on, Singo. Big game from you, mate. Big game from you. Come on now. Come on. He's playing a centre-back rather than right-back, where I would have wanted him to play for us. But that's the thing, he can play centre-back as well. Look at the Galatasaray manager wearing a scarf. It's shades of Roberto Mancini. Oh, I love it when managers do that. That's so cute. Messi. Yeah, goated film. Absolutely. Favourite Guardians of the Galaxy song? Oh, gosh, there's so many. I mean, for like beautiful songs, it's probably... I don't know what it's called. But it's like, if you ever... change your mind, 'cause I'm leaving you behind. That's a very beautiful song. But the best one's probably... Oh, what is it? I can do this. Come a little bit... Oh, wait, Salah in behind as I'm trying to sing a song. He's fallen over. What a fraud. Take away his Player of the Year accolade. Come a little bit closer, you're my type of guy. Is that how it goes? So big and so strong, come a little bit closer. Ba ba da ba, and the night is so young. Ba ba. Because it's the scene where he's got his red arrow thing and it's popping off. But yeah, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. Oh, and also the opening. Sun is shining in the sky. That's ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. It's a beautiful new day. Hey, hey. Absolute bangers. I would start at Liverpool. Yes, mate. Pop me up top. Liam Byrne, where would I play for Liverpool, mate? Where do you want me to play? Yeah, Mr. Blue Sky. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That is the one. Genuinely, it could happen, guys. It literally could happen. As it stands, they're going. Do I do weddings? If you pay me enough money, I will. Why not? I'll go for it. I'll do it. Oh, Nibbler! Big up Nibbler from Futurama. Nobbins to Stev Salah. I can do a job, I reckon. Hopefully left wing instead of Gakpo. I can pop those crosses in with the left foot. I reckon I could do a job there. I will run up and down. I won't be a defensive liability. I won't offer anything else other than running and crossing. I can be like Jesus Navas, but on the left. Top slide ball in. Galatasaray able to clear it easily. Did we confirm that Leroy is injured? Where is he? Where's my boy? Oh no, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. As is Ilkay. I need Ilkay and Gundo to come on so I can pop off. Hey, I do actually. Yeah. I'm left wing savvy. Yeah, basically. Of course I do. Yeah, she asks me to shing. She asked me to shing. Yes. He might be just shit, but I still want to see him. That doesn't change the fact of the matter that I want to see him play football. I'm both-footed. I'm equally as bad. Did I say Ilkay and Gundo? You know what I mean. I am a passion merchant. I would be Mark Noble at left back, but with a decent cross. No, okay, let's amend that. Half decent cross. That's what you need to picture. That's what you guys need to picture. Left back Mark Noble with a half decent cross. Musty. Oh, Frimpong. Now, I've seen the third one as well, Footy. Enjoy it. I have seen that one. It's still a good film. It's not as good as the other two, though. You can delete it, Musty. I've got faith in you. Yeah, well, maybe we'll say 2% of a Kolarov. Kolarov one. Alex, of course, mate. Of course, mate. You've named some beautiful players there. Some absolute gorgeous players. Officially, like, if you know... Well, no, on things like Transfermarkt, you can have both feet, can you? But if you had to do, like, an official foot, I would be left. But the only reason for that is because when we play one bounce, or played one bounce, I think I've said this before, you can do half volleys with your weak foot, but volleys with your strong foot. So I just said, okay, for the purposes of this game, I'll say I'm left-footed. So I would always do half volleys with the right foot. But I was actually better at doing a half volley with the right than an actual volley with the left. I don't know what that was all about. I was actually better at shooting with the right, but passing with the left and crossing with the left. Equally as good, therefore means equally as bad, but... You know, how do I approach a free kick? I'm normally in the wall. I will put my body on the line. I will say that much. I do put... The body does go on the line. This head has taken a battering. And there's one time where my friend kicked me right in the forehead. And that was before we even played the game. No, I got in the way to... Oh, is that a foul on Ekatike? Well done, Singo. Easy mode for you, Singo. Chill, chill, chill. On verts. Yes, lads. Get in. Oh, it's a good point. Well, no, Musty, I would be the one on the floor. I'd be the one lying on the floor. Oh, dear. Yeah, they did. I got battered a lot, man. Yeah, definitely Fenway. You can't put me anywhere else. I'm a liability everywhere else. Like, okay, mate. You go back here. But guys, I want to be on the counterattack. Nobbins, you'll be in the wall and you'll like it. Get on the floor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Hello, James. There's no point in shipping 6 teams from a league into the Champions League. No team has 6 teams good enough to make a meaningful progress. Champions League will become a burden for those clubs. Someone asked earlier, why do I think that Premier League sides have been struggling? And I haven't watched every single one, obviously. I've not watched any of the Spurs games. Well, Spurs are just shit, so I think that explains that one. I couldn't watch any of the Chelsea games, obviously, because I was watching City and so on. Maybe it's just because maybe there's some recency bias going on here, just because I've only, I caught the end of Barca Newcastle. But I wonder if it's in part because the Premier League, Osman's down here, by the way, if he's injured, that's fucked. Is it because the Premier League has tried to double down on the whole physicality situation and set pieces, whereas the rest of Europe is like, fuck that, we are going to prioritise technical excellence? I've no idea if that's the case, by the way, but that would be a theory. That would be a theory that would seem to make some form of sense. And the best example of that would have been the Barcelona-Newcastle battering. But once again, is that just one example? Is that just one example? I've not watched enough games. You guys can tell me. Do you guys think that's what it is? That would be an argument I would like to be true, because I am a big advocate of not prioritizing a game theory. What is Osman doing? He's up now. I'm so confused. It looked like he was properly injured and going off, and now he's miraculously jumped up to his feet. What on earth is happening on my screen? Chill out. Does Osman have to wear that mask forever, by the way? Did we establish that? Because he was wearing that, like, playing... I remember him wearing that when... Was that when Napoli battered Liverpool? Was he still wearing that mask? So it's been a minute, I think, since he's worn it. I think it's been an absolute minute. English teams have gone 26-7 on aggregate. Good God. One out of 6 not being booty isn't normal, yeah. Teams just play around them, and that would suggest the technical side of things, yeah. Jesus, Liam Byrne, that's not very nice. In before, scores a goal, shushes you, reveals top. Liam Byrne, that's for you. That's for you, mate. Oh, he's aura farming. What a man. What an absolute lad. Oh, is that all it is? Got it. Just part of his vibe. I like that. I don't dislike that. It's fashion. Fashion. Vogue. Yeah? Big up. Do any of you guys wear earrings? Mrs. Nobbins was asking me if I want to start wearing earrings. You know, I was like, I don't think so. But Kish, you know, big up to Kish, Spurs fan. He wears like a dangly earring, and he looks quite good. So if I was going to get one, I'd probably do that. But I don't think I'd suit earrings. Do you guys wear them? Let me know what your experience is, because Mrs. Nobbins was asking. Oh, Galatasaray, they're getting fucked by Liverpool. Ekatike with the shot, and it's easily saved by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper kit looks very similar to ours, I will say. Cham, what the hell? I did. Big up to my boy Kish. That's my baller. That's my baller. Oh yeah, but you could say that about like wearing rings as well. You don't wear rings for convenience. You wear it because it's... You wear them because it's like a fashionable. I feel like I could easily see a Nobbin stream of just him going back and forth over a game theory simulation for like 30 minutes. I can, you know, I didn't graduate with this, but I started university as an English literature major. So I am massively capable of bullshitting my way through a stream. If I can bullshit my way through thousands and thousands and thousands of words of essays, you better believe I can bullshit my way through live streams. That's why I don't stop talking. I think it was like last week or week before, whenever it was. I can't remember who was playing. Someone was playing, and like it just... Normally football content doesn't pop up on my recommended, but this watch along did, and I can't remember who it was, But like, a couple did actually. I just like popped in just to see what was going on. And I was taken aback at how quiet some of them are. So there will be extended periods of silence, and I'm starting to wonder whether I should shut up a bit more. I don't think, because I basically talk non-stop for the entire game and then some. I don't think that's typical, based on what I've seen. I might be wrong there, obviously. Like, I'm not seeing everyone, but just like based on these couple people, they're only like very, very small creators in fairness. But I don't know if it's typical for that, how much I yap. So big up to the old English degree for that. For, you know, I studied that in Yapistan. Yeah, Yap Bins. Exactly, that's the one. That is the one, 100%. Are you a bit disappointed in Pep's record in Europe for City? I feel, given his quality, we should have 2 to 3 with him. Yeah, I think it is fair to say that City have underperformed in Europe. There's no doubt about it. The problem is that it's, especially if you assess all of those games individually and all those ties individually where we went out. In recent years, it's a little bit different, but certainly in the years building up to the Champions League win, there was always like something going on, or it was like, well, we're never going to win it anyway. It's always one of those, and my conclusion was that it's easier for some teams to win the Champions League, it's easier for others to win the Premier League. I feel like we're built more so, or rather we were built more so to win the Premier League than the Champions League. And because a lot of those times we were the best team in the competition, by definition it's harder to win it, because you can win the Champions League without necessarily being the best side, and if that makes any sense. So it is a tricky one. We should have beaten Chelsea, obviously, and that was frustrating. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that, generally speaking, we have underperformed. We have underperformed. To win one title in 10 years, basically, under Pep. Will it be his 10th season next year, or his 10th season this season, whenever it is? That's not the same as saying we've been bad. Obviously, we have been unfortunate sometimes. Here's Kirkez on the left. Ekitike making an underlap. Doesn't opt to go for him. Fairs. I will do a preview for the League Cup final. Yes. I think I mentioned, a Subslide gives it away, that I'm just going to be doing previews for the bigger fixtures nowadays, just because previews are the least interesting video on the channel, based on what you guys are telling me via the views, and realistically, how much can you glean from, and this is how Burnley are going to set up Ekitike. Good touch, good defending, and it's apparently a foul. Okay. What day? Probably the day before, Callum. That's usually when I upload them, so probably the day before. You might wear a watch. Well, I think it was because... When was it? It was around... So I've always, like, worn a watch on nice nights out. It was like my fancy Armani watch that I got for my 18th birthday. Many a moon ago now, goodness me. So I've always worn that. And I think like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, Mrs. Nobbins said, can you start wearing more jewellery like when we go out? Because I like the idea of you wearing rings and necklaces and whatnot. She wanted me to start wearing glasses. I said, I don't need to wear glasses. But she's like, are you sure you don't need glasses? Because she likes how they look. I think glasses look good as well, by the way. So I just got some trial rings, which was like, you know, like 50p, £1, whatever, and started wearing them when we went out. And I thought they looked quite nice. So now I have my engagement / wedding ring. What a ball by the goalkeeper that is. Excellent work. Who is that? Kake, excellent one. And now I have a fancy signet ring as well. Have I told you guys about my signet ring? Don't know if I have. It's made from the gold of my mum's old engagement ring and my granny's old wedding ring, and it's got the ruby in it from my mum's old wedding ring as well. So it was smelted to create something new. As Frimpong is in the box and crossed it back for Florian Wirtz. Oh, Twinkle Toes dinks it for Ekitike. He's absolutely shouldered the ball there. That was really nice by Wirtz. Really nice by Wirtz. Musty, what the fuck? Tutankhamun. Or Tutankhamun, however you pronounce it. Good lord. Good lord. So, I think I want like a necklace. You know, like a chain necklace. And then maybe I'll have a conversation about getting an ear pierced, maybe. I feel like I need to... If someone wants to do like a Photoshop job for me, see what Nobbins looks like with a dangly earring, and I'll have a think. Dare I say Verts is underrated, says Bayer. It's a shame for Verts because he's never going to be fairly judged because of the price tag. He's always going to be expected, / there's going to be a demand that he has to get goals and assists and goals and assists and goals and assists every single game. Now, maybe that's a fair critique for a player who is as expensive as he is, but it's also fair to say that he's not going to get fairly criticised or judged either. I don't know if I'd like studs, Nintendo. I don't think I'd go for studs. If I were going to do one, I think I just want one in one ear and have it a little bit dangly. I don't think I'd go for studs personally. If I'm even going to do this at all. Let's see what it looked like in a necklace first of all. The rings, I was dubious. I'm going to take baby steps. I was dubious about rings. I now like wearing rings for nice, fun functions and going out. So it's like, okay, I've been converted. That's really good by Ekatike. Good hold up there. Singo closing him down, forcing him central. Where it's now congested. Pereira, he's the one that used to play for Arsenal, yeah? Lego studs, yes. Easy out. Yes, Galatasaray, get in. Come on now. Come on, the lads. Yeah, I think that's right, Musty, basically. I should have done a lot better in them anyway. Who's this? Pep. I think that if you want me to ask my predictions, because lots of people are saying Pep won't be here next season. I don't think I agree. I think Pep will be here. I don't look at this team, which is very young and has a lot of potential. I don't look at this as a team that Pep abandons. I think that he tries to win a Premier League properly with this team. And I do think that, if we win the Premier League next season, big if we do, I reckon he goes. Because I think he wants to leaving the squad in a good position, but also winning on a high for his own sake. I don't know, but that is my prediction on Pep. So at least one more season, and maybe it will depend on how we perform next year, because if we win the title with a young squad, he's going to be like, okay, I can now leave the team in a good state. I don't think he'd want to leave City needing to be rebuilt. I think he would rebuild it himself and put it into a position where a manager can more readily come in and take over. That would be my prediction. The Monaco game at the Etihad is my favourite game I've ever watched at the Etihad. From an entertainment perspective, it was so much fun. Leroy had a great game as Vert slashes high and wide. Yeah, sorry, did I not show this on stream? No, it arrived months ago. I've actually been wearing it. I know I shouldn't because it's a wedding ring, but because it's a magic ring, I've been and I don't get an engagement ring. You will know what my engagement present was, Fenway, because you'll have seen my member-only video. So I'm treating it as both an engagement and a wedding ring, because it is a magical ring at the end of the day. Oh, this goalkeeper. Oh, that's a terrible touch by Osman. The goalkeeper's playing some nice passes here. Some nice passes. Thankfully, I don't need glasses yet, but we'll see. Why am I a hipster? What have I done now? Nobbins remontada is crazy. Who in the Champions League? Hopefully Bayern. Hopefully Bayern. Oh, Nobbins with an ear-piercing necklace, rings, and a purple turtleneck. That sounds like a cute picture to me. I sound like a little cutie doing that. I think Pep will have like a big break, and maybe he'll take on an international team. I don't think he'll go immediately into another club. I think he'll have a couple years off, minimum, and then because he's always wanted to manage Brazil, hasn't he? So something like that. He's now, I mean, since his first season at Barcelona, people have a go at Pep for this, but let's be honest. He's earned the right to manage whoever the hell he wants to manage. This isn't a Mourinho situation where he's fucked it for himself. Everyone would want Guardiola, so he can now pick and choose where he goes. He doesn't have to go, like, people like, oh, he needs to go to this league and prove it. No, he doesn't have to do anything, mate. He's got nothing to prove. He can pick and choose wherever he wants to go. So I think he'll just wait. He'll just wait. I don't think he'll rush to go back into it. I'm glad you like it, Fenway. It's very, very pretty. I love it. I do love it. Ekatike. That's a really nice switch out to Frimpong. What a fun ball that is. Oh, good defending. Galatasaray forcing them back once again. Good rest for Sundays, Callum. Yeah, you're not wrong. And he probably will start, won't he? He probably will start. Alvarez had fuck all to so far. Simeone ball in full flow, making Spurs look good. They are 3 goals to the goods. Frimpong, ball in. Falls to Salah. Falls to the goalkeeper. I'm not sure because there's a weird thing, isn't there, with the whole Catalan independence situation in Spain. So I don't know if that would happen politically. I don't know. I might be wrong there, but I'm not sure about that. Not sure. Become a pro golfer, yeah, fairs. Nah, no shot, True Citizen. No shot, he'll do that. No shot. Love that for you, Cheeky Burger Stain. Great name. Yeah, leave a like on the video. It's free. Help support the channel. Liverpool coming forwards here. Oh, McAllister's shot is blocked. Verts, again it's blocked. And it's a corner. There's only a 1 goal difference here. There's only a 1 goal difference here. He played for Spain, or do you think he was too young to care about politics? Maybe there's that. I wonder also if there's a difference between like playing for the side and managing them to a degree. I don't know. Maybe that's bullshit. But maybe that's bullshit. Because loads of Catalan players have played for the national sides. Maybe there's a bit of a different political element if you manage them. I don't know what that would be. I'm probably bullshitting there, but you know, he also played for Catalan and Catalonia, sorry. I'm pretty sure. I think that's right anyway. Ball in. Oh, it's interesting. Oh, it's brilliant. An amazing free kick routine. No one was picking up Soboslai, and that is 1-0 to Liverpool. Really clever. Really clever set-piece routine. And Galatasaray are in trouble here. They've already lost their advantage. Look at Slot. He's bald. Different gravy, Sobbo. Again, really well worked. Massive questions of why is nobody picking him up? But look at that. Number 7 can see him. Oh, Konate's blocking him off. Oh, the number 7's going to ask for a foul by Konate. He is blocking him off. But I think you just got to be stronger there, haven't you? It's a really good finish. Really good finish with the weak foot, yes. Nice. That is the same goalkeeper kit as we have, right? Or what we had last season or something. I'm pretty sure I recognise the orange and pink on the sides. Isn't that the same? Galatasaray will ask for a foul. I don't know if they're going to get it, though. No, indeed, they haven't. No, they were too weak, I'm afraid. They were too weak. It is the same, thank you. I thought so. How lazy is that? Oh, just because it's Puma. These Puma guys are so shameless. Recycling kits. Unacceptable. I think Bayern will beat Madrid, yeah. But I also thought City would beat Madrid. I think Kepa will be, because he's played every other game, hasn't he? I don't think Arteta will rotate. It doesn't, Cheeky Burgerstein. Exclamation mark Hall of Shame might work. Or exclamation mark HOS. But I can't remember if I fixed that. I remember it was a while ago where I said I was going to fix it, and I can't remember if I ever did. So, it might not be. It might not be. If you get a van at Nobbins, we can be men with Ven. Does that mean you have a van, True Citizen? Does that mean you have a van? I saw that, yeah, what was that all about? Yeah, Soboslai is good, isn't he? He's quite cheeky. Let's see if it works on the old YouTube. See if it works. If it doesn't work, I need to fix it. Oh, well, it works when I do it, at least. There we go. Hall of Shame. Big up to Lizzie. Foden isn't an intelligence footballer. Big up to Lizzie for that Hall of Shame take. Oh, I think the problem was that it only worked when I did it. I think that was maybe the problem in the end. Thank you for that, Kazoo. Bloody super hands, what a prick. This is bullshit. He's not onside there, surely. What a save. He's apparently onside. What a save that was. Hello, Kitty Cookie. How are you? Salah's got to score there. No, thank you, Kitty. Foden needs to start on Sunday, says Callum. I don't think he will. Yeah, I agree, True Citizen. That is my favorite. This is bullshit. Smash. So good. Let's have a look at this again. I don't know what that Galatasaray player is doing. Salah tries the dink. It's good reactions from the keeper. Yeah, Johnson might be the best character, True Citizen. I agree. I do agree. Do I think Nico's start on Sunday's game time has been very limited? I think that we're going to go for a very similar team as what we saw against Madrid. That's what I would predict. Because I know that maybe O'Reilly instead of Reinders if you want to be really... What's it? But outside of that... Oh, here we go. Ekatike. Got Salah in support. Doesn't go for him. Yes, well done, Singo. Get up, mate. Get up here. Get up. Get it up here. Oh, Spurs scored. Big up to them. I have some information, Fenway, but it doesn't necessarily explain everything. I think that the stream that I did explains it more so, but there's also something else going on, yes. Oh, cheeky little switch into Frimpong. And, oh, it's not able to keep it out. Keep it in, sorry. Interesting. So it still doesn't work if a regular user does it. It only works if I do it, which is a shame. Which is a shame. Yes, facts checker, exactly. Exactly, mate. We love the technical quality. Oh, first skies it's over. Oh. Yeah, I know that I'm obviously, you know, for vibes, I want Galatasaray to win, but realistically, Galatasaray PSG would be a shit game. Liverpool PSG is going to be a lot more interesting and fun. I see against Stanley. I don't know, Burgerstein. I don't know, mate. I just don't know. It's not. It's okay. It's not this. I will say that. This is no. I'll just say that it's definitely not that. Oh, the goalkeeper's falling over. Oh, he's in the crossbar. Oh, what is going on? It's kicking off. And the goalkeeper fell over. McAllister hitting the crossbar from point blank range. Deary me. Deary me. Yeah, exactly. No one wants to watch that stinky game. Spurs scored. Remontada. It might be this, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, you got me, Hydro. It is this. It is this. A Fenerbahce winning the league. Turkish league. Table. No! Fuck's sake. Oh, they're nowhere near going to win it. God damn it. Galatasaray have a game in hand as well, and they're winning by 4 points. Well, I hoped Ederson was going to win a title, but obviously not. What a shame. Again, I'm not saying that it's 100% correct, but it's a source that I trust where I've got other... Oh my god, Sabosla, that was nearly an amazing one. But the source is very, very good. And they were correct about the whole Savio Oscar Bob situation, for example. So I do trust them. Good save by the keeper. One you expect him to make. But there we go. How do I get sauces? Go to the supermarket. Ketchup, mayonnaise, barbecue. That's how you do it. Do you guys know what ASDA stands for? Great quality at low prices. Ha 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 ha. I've done all of you there. Anyway. Shut up, Kazoo. Is your sauce the pet painting? Yeah, it might be. It might be, in fairness. He whispers to me in my sleep. In my sleep, yeah. That's what happens. And I just wake up. I've been having weird dreams recently, you know. Very weird dreams. I told you about the Gungan one. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on in my little head. Oh, is Osman coming off? Osman? Whatever. That'd be a massive L if he were. They're fun once you wake up and go, what the hell was that? I don't think they'll be in your Imagine next season now. So it's gnarly in his dream. Oh, Singo, what a ball. Look at that pass. What a cutie. Sign him up, guys. And the time for Singo is gone. We had to sign him like 2 seasons ago, probably. Yeah, Gungan's like Jar Jar Binks and Boss Nass. But also all these other, like, you know, the Mon Calamari, like Admiral Akbar. And all these other water creatures. It was very weird. I hate nightmares. I haven't had a proper nightmare in a while. Thankfully. But that was grim. Ah, Fat Checker, that's not right. Anderson is a technical midfielder. Now, he is very good on the ball. In fairness, he is very good. I dreamed that City won the quads. I did dream the night before the Champions League final against Chelsea. I did dream that we won 1-0. Thankfully, I've never had sleep paralysis, though, no. Thankfully, not happened to me. Galatasaray corner, easily cleared. Frimpong, what have you got? Back to the goalkeeper, reasonable. Anything regarding Rodri? Nothing concrete, because it's a changing situation, but Sam Lee spoke about it as well. It's not like locked in that he's going to be signing a contract extension. That sounds like an obvious thing to say, but it hasn't happened yet for a reason, basically. We'll have to watch this space on that one. Oh, Osman holds it up. Oh, it's given away. It's given away to Soboslai. That's nearly a really good ball in behind for Salah. Using only 2 squad additions, who's your starting 11 using a 2-3-5 in possession system? Give me some parameters, Fenway. How realistic are we being? And am I assuming players are performing to the level that we know they are capable of playing at? Or are we taking players how they are on the 18th of March, 2026? I.e., do I have to look at form, or can I just say, I know this player's not in form right now, but the overall quality of the player exists? So just give me those 2 parameters, because that's a good question, and I will try to provide an answer. Yeah, Cody, it's crazy. We were chatting about it earlier, and one of the theories was, is it because English sides are going down the more physical route, whereas European sides are going against that, perhaps? I do not know. Musty, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, Musty? 2022 Nobbins is your sleep paralysis demon. What is going on? What are you trying to say about 2022 Nobbins? Don't be mean to me. Stop having a go. I watched the Barca game and don't see how Arsenal beat them. Ultra attacking mode. I hope so, Ayub. I hope so. That's a nice little flick by Ekatike. Oh. Really good by McAllister. And then the final ball. Gives it away. How silly. This man. What is that? Why is it quite scary? What? 2021 Nobbins was an honourable man. I have no idea what is happening. I don't know what even means. Next year, we need to be realistic transfer targets, and we can say Foden's back in form. Okay, so I can't say, like, Pedri, for example. Okay, I understand. Okay, so my ideal team, which is also realistic, somewhat. So my team, I'm allowed to do what I want. I'd have Trafford in goal. I would have... You asked for 2-3-5, yes. So I do think the highest centre-back pairing is Gvardiol and Kusanov. Even though I still think that Diaz is better than Kusanov right now. For a 2-3-5, I think that Kusanov is quite important to that because there's a lot of wide defending that the centre-backs have to do. So I think Kusanov is tailor-made for that right centre-back position. I would... He said, did he say 2 targets? I just thinking, like, what I want to do with defensive midfield. We'll have Anderson in there, obviously. We'll play him at right central midfield in the midfield 3. I will have Foden there at left central midfield. I'm just thinking about that position. Yeah. I'll go Rodri in there. I'll go Rodri in there. / Nico G. It depends what happens with Rodri's fitness. But let's assume, for the sake of the question, that Rodri gets back to similar levels to what we know he can be. And then I'd have Doku, I'd have Shirky, I'd have Ait Nori, Haaland, and the right back is... So unsurprisingly, the positions I'm upgrading are the positions I've said that we need to upgrade. So like probably like another midfielder and Anderson and a right back. Who would I go for the right back? I'd tell you what, let's go Martin Fernandez because that's realistic and he can play at right centre back as well. And he can also play at left back. And he's very young. He's got a very high ceiling. So, and if you in that position, you need an attacking right back because he's going to be basically like the furthest whiff holder on the right. So you need someone who's very attacking in that sense. So there you go. That's what I would do. So my 2 realistic transfer targets are Anderson and Fernandez, as Salah gets dispossessed there. And that would be my team. So it's basically the team that I keep doing that over, that we saw earlier in the season. Only differences are Kusanov plays instead of Diaz, Ainor instead of O'Reilly, Anderson instead of Bernardo, Fernandez instead of Nunes, Trafford instead of Donnarumma. So there you go. That's my team. That's my 2-3-5. If I have to do a 2-3-5 with 2 realistic targets, I think that's a good team. It's got a lot going on. What is the goalkeeper doing? Oh, he's fouled. Fair enough. I was going to say, what on earth was that? No, Foden's left central midfield. Yeah. My midfield 3 in possession is Rodri, Foden, Anderson. Yeah, to be fair, it is a foul. I guess, technically, goalkeepers will always get those decisions. So that is my answer. I think it's a good team. What if Rodri leaves? Well, I've already done my 2 players in Anderson and Fernandez, so I'll pop Nico in there, who can clearly do a very good defensive job there. And we'll get better with time as well. So that's my team. That team's got everything. It's got passing creativity. It's got dribbling creativity. It's got build-up progression. It's got shots from outside the box. It's got crosses from out wide. It's got the opportunity for rotation. It's got utility, flexibility. I think that's a sick team. I think it gets all of our best players into it all at once. You can quite easily build up from the back and create those fake transitions. So you can still attack quickly, but attacking quickly correctly, rather than just twatting it up and losing the ball immediately and going direct like that. You can have controlled chaos. That is the key. That's the best counterattack is one that you can create yourself from possession. Because it means that you have possession and you have the threat of a counter. What do you reckon, Fenway? Rate my team. Indeed, everyone rate my team. What are you saying? Liverpool probing for a second here. Galatasaray have just been hanging on, and it's a cross into Ekatike. Is that not a foul? Referee says no. Okay. Cherki still seems out of position. So the way I'd use him is, so never fear, he would be playing as the right-sided number 10. So he's given that access, and there's scope for he and Doku to rotate if they so desire. There's rotate for Cherki to pick up positions on the left, and there's scope for Doku to pick up positions at right 10. That can still happen, and he doesn't have to hold the width on the right because you've got Martin Fernandez doing that job for him. So there's no danger about Cherki having to play, in possession on the right. So that's the thing. That's the thing. And then you can more easily accommodate Cherki out of possession as well. Exactly, Musty. Yeah. When Doku was just like drifting over to the right side. Oh, Soboslai ball in. Singo, my goat, cleared it. Oh yeah. Sorry. Doku is the left side of 10, yes. Nominally. But he's also going to have scope to rotate with Aït-Nouri. Think about, so I want Juventus dynamics for my left side generally, but I also want Doku to have scope to drift over to the right. You'll love that, Fenway. This is how I'm going to turn this into a 10. There will be phases of play, Fenway, where we have an asymmetrical offensive setup, where we are overloading one side. Think about that goal. I know that Cherki wasn't on the pitch that day, but think about the first goal we scored against Man United at home. And Doku drifted over to the right to play a lot alongside Foden, and then they linked up for a goal. That's exactly what it is, Fenway. They both have, so they're playing as they're my two number 10s. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's just Liverpool Bournemouth settings, but with slight tweaks to personnel. That would be my preferred one. Zero, what's that in reference to, Martin? Sorry. What's that in reference to? I missed that. Oh, sorry. Schlotterbeck is not error prone. He's had 0 errors to goal. It's a zone. Oh, sorry. I don't know that about Schlotterbeck. It's not about him necessarily first of all, he's not a random kid. He's playing for Porto, but it's not about what he is now. It's about what he will be going forwards. And I think that he'd be a really fun signing. I think he can be in that setup. You need your right back to be very good offensively. Is that Kasper Schmeichel? Did I just see Kasper Schmeichel on my screen? Is he affiliated with Galatasaray? I don't think I knew that. Is he like a coach or something? I don't know. Unless I've just made an error. That guy looked a lot like Schmeichel. Interesting. Need more tech. Peter. Have you seen Gvardiol, Foden, Rodri, Anderson, Doku, Cherki, Martin Fernandez, Aït-Nouri. Oh, is that inside the box? Oh, no, never mind. Referee's given a penalty. That's at least 8 techie ballers there. And even Kusana for a centre-back is techie. That's a lot of lads. Oh, Liverpool have a penalty, unfortunately. Extra time. Galatasaray have blown it. They've bottled it, lads. And yeah, that's definitely a penalty. That's so poor. So poor by Jacobs, was that? Exactly, Satch. Yeah, Kusanov is very underrated in respect of his technical capabilities and his on-ball work. It is unfortunately true, Citizen. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. No, I do know. Savio would have to play where Cherki does, and I don't know how that would work You can have more than one system in a setup as well, but perhaps you could, for example, you could, what could you do? You could have, I don't know what Fernandes is like inverting into midfield, but just as an example, you could have Savio right wing and Fernandes drifting into the middle. That's a way to get them in. Or you can have him play where Shirky would play. I know it's not ideal, but that could be a thing. Marmoush, you could just have him where Doku plays, have a bit more advanced. Or you could just have a different setup. I do take your point that it is a little bit, it's not optimal for a Savio or a Marmoush, I do agree. Is Salah going to score the penalty to surely take the game away from Galatasaray, who have not looked good in this game so far? They were hanging on. And it's a terrible penalty by Salah. 0 power. Goalkeeper guesses the right one. He's had a good game, by the way, the goalkeeper. Not a good penalty by Mo. Oh, I don't even know what he's doing. Is he trying to do a little dink? Of course we're good, Mad Hatter. Oh. That's not good from Salah. Is he Liverpool's best penalty taker? Question mark. What does Liam Byrne think? Is he still here? Who is their objective best penalty taker? Like, statistically. Because is Salah that good at penalties? I feel like he misses a lot of high-profile penalties. I might be wrong. I feel like he does miss a fair few. I'm going to... Salah penalty... I might be well wrong there. What are we saying? I think so, Fenway, surely. Oh, Galatasaray having an attack here. So how many... So he's taken 67. He's missed 11. Oh, no. No, he does have an above-average penalty record. He converts them at an 84% rate. Oh, really good by Verts. And... Oh, my God, this goalkeeper, man. This goalkeeper is insane. Oh, yeah, missed 12. No, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about adding that one. You're right. So he's actually taken 68. He's still at above average. It's 83%. He's only missed 17% of his penalties. And the XG on a penalty is 0.79. So he's above average. It's not great, but he's above average. So, fair enough. Fair enough for his penalty records. Yes, I love that, Benway. Love that from you. Was TNT Fez? That's for Casper Schmeichel, so I'm just catching up on that. Exactly, Fenway, yeah. He went down easily, but there's contact, so it's a thing anyway. Of course, good Fenway, Mad Hatter, don't you worry, matey, all good. Team that's goal scorers. I don't know if it does. Necessarily Haaland, obviously. Shirky is a goal scorer. I know Doku could add more goals to his game, obviously. But that midfield's got a lot of goals in it. Even Ait-Nouri is a goal-scoring left-back. Foden is a goal scorer. Rodri is a goal scorer. Anderson can be a goal scorer as well. I think there's enough. I think that there's enough goals in there, and there's certainly enough creativity. I think if you need to, you can always throw in a Semenyo in there. If you so desire, you can throw a Marmoush in there. But I think there's enough goals. You can throw a Reinders in there, but I think generally speaking, there's enough. I think Marmoush leaves to someone not sure who can afford his wages. Maybe PSG. Pick up to Monada. What a cutie. I don't know if... So, I do think... I've made my thoughts... I've just realised it's half-time. My time's still going. I have made my thoughts known on Marmoush. I said it in the Semenyo analysis video. I do fear for him longer term because he's not been as versatile. I mean, I was dubious on whether he would be able to work for us because of how specific a player he is. But he's not been as versatile as I thought he would have been able to be. And now they've brought in Semenyo, because if you think of like what was Marmoush's main selling point, was the main draw for him. It was goals, wasn't it? In theory, it was goals and some sort of forward versatility. Well, Semenyo also offers goals, but he certainly offers the forward versatility. So, yeah, and I love Marmoush. He's officially my favorite player. But the more you look at the Semenyo signing, and the more that even when we played 4-2-2, and that seemed tailor made for Marmoush, and Pep basically went on record saying, yeah, I don't want to play like this though. It doesn't bode well for him. And when the Semenyo signing was made, I did feel that we would be moving on 2 players. We've moved on Bob, obviously, and I did feel that Marmoush would be the other one. I felt Bob just by virtue of numbers, and Semenyo by virtue, and Marmoush, by virtue of seniority. So I do feel sorry for him. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one, and it does beg the question of, was the signing? I mean, you can make the arguments that, well, the signing was good because do we qualify for the Champions League without him, and is that worth its weight in gold in its own right? Could we have bought Semenyo instead, and like put the money from the wages and the transfer fees just buying Semenyo? Then, if that was the route we're going down, if that is the case, the squad building does seem confused to me, and I have made that known. But that's a hypothetical. That might not happen. Obviously, it might not happen. It might not happen. Who knows? Watching Salah in Big 26 is like watching my grandfather try to run it back. Yeah, this keeper's having a great game. It is mad. He's lately become poo at them. He's lost it. He's lost it, hasn't he? Dark Barca extends contract. Apparently, Italian clubs are interested in him, says Martin. What do I prefer? Possession game, positional play, or adapt low block and direct play? The former. I don't like defensive counter-attacking football, personally. That tends to be more so the style of play for lesser sides, generally, and I would rather not watch lesser sides. Gvardio, bigger goal threat. A bigger threat on goal than our winger, says Weezy. That's a good point. Gvardio's a goal threat as well. Yeah, definitely. Look, it's not about being snob, it's about preference. It's about preference. Is that what he is? He's a presenter. That would make sense. Do you wish we didn't sign Semenyo, or do you think it's for the best? If we're being practical, the Semenyo signing makes more sense to me than the Marmoush signing. So, yeah. I don't think it has to be one or the other, because I do believe the two can coexist. But can they also coexist with Doku in the form he's in? And if we're also trying to make Savio into more of a starting player as well, he's also homegrown. He's not a physical frailty. He's very good out of possession. I mean, Marmoush is also good with his pressing, but Semenyo is a different level in respect to the duel winning. And he is very versatile, so it might be long. It might be a long one for Omar. We'll see. Never say never. But I can't see him, because realistically, you shouldn't be playing all of Doku, Semenyo, Marmoush all at the same time. I know that we have done that, but realistically, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't think that's optimal. So, if Doku's in good form, and he's starting consistently, and if Semenyo's in good form, and if he's starting consistently, and Haaland exists, so he's not going to play over Haaland, where does Marmoush fit? This was my query when we signed Semenyo, and we will see. Quans, I know, mate, I know, but we do know that the off ball part of the game, it is a thing. It is a thing. I know. But we do know that Pep values that. No, he wasn't. He was a fair wodge, and allegedly he's got big wages as well. I'll have him, says Liam. Marmoush and Ekatike linking it up once again. Did he play for Fenerbahce, I think? Might be wrong there, but I think that's right. Bang average Doku, what? Hello? Have you missed some games? Gavadio is a huge miss, yeah. Look, I understand why people get excited by new players, because shiny new toys, signings are fun. It's fun to talk about signings, and it's nice to talk about signings, but some of the disrespect that I saw on Gavadio's name after a couple of good Gehi performances was amazing to me, when people were saying things like, oh, Gavadio's not going to get back into this team. I do like Gehi a lot, and I do think he is a good player, but Gvardiol is world class. He just is. There is no, in my opinion, I would be totally willing to be proven wrong. I'd be staggered, absolutely staggered, if Gehi becomes the chief left centre back next season. I can't see that on any level. It's got to be Yoshko for me. It's got to be. It just has to be, man. Gvardiol is so key to what we try to be and what we are. He's so good. He's bloody good. Miss Prime Sterling, don't we all? Don't we all? Allegedly he is true citizen. Allegedly he is. Liam. Fair enough. Fair enough. When can we sign De Bruyne? Oh, prime De Bruyne, man. Can you imagine? He is. He literally is. Literally is. Gehi probably knows he'll go back to bench once Yoshko is back. I do see it being like that. I do see it being like that personally. Once again, I'm willing to be proven wrong on that, but I don't know. By the way, I don't know how hot. I sort of said that quite flippantly. I don't know how much of a hot take that is. And I may have just decided it. I don't know if I've ever said it before. I know the Fenway doesn't agree, and that's perfectly fine. I don't know how much of a hot take it is to say that Gvardiol is world class. And I have a very high bar. You guys know. I know world class is a meaningless, subjective moniker, and it's irrelevant. But I do believe that Gvardiol is world class. I just think that collectively, as to what he is, he just is. I just love him, man. I love him. I bloody love him. People throw the term unicorn around, and sometimes they use it erroneously, but he just is. He is that. He just is that, you know? I didn't like him defensively at left back, but my words, the attacking shifts he was putting in at like left wing when we won in 23-24 was absolutely obscene. His linker with Phil on that left side in 2024 especially was ridiculous. Was it that Fulham game where he just did a madness? I think so, True Citizen, yeah. Gvardiol, Diaz, or Kusanov next season as the duo. It's hard because I've long maintained that the highest ceiling duo for us is Gvardiol Kusanov. I do think that. I still wonder, is still one season too early for Kusanov to be our main out-and-out right centre-back across a whole season? That's the question. So I think I probably want to start Gvardiol Diaz, but in my head, certainly the season after next, and maybe at next season, I would like us to try to introduce Kusanov into some games. But right now, for me, it's still Gvardiol Diaz. But again, Kusanov ceiling-wise, long-term-wise, I think it has to be those two. I think they balance each other out really nicely as well, actually. What games are these? He ain't good enough. Is this Doku? Well, I mean, let me get his games up. I mean, Real Madrid, in the first instance, yesterday, springs to mind, in fairness. What other games are we talking about? What other games did he play in? He was one of our only good players in the first leg against Madrid. He was stupidly good against Galatasaray before going off from injury. Where else? What other games were lovely? One of our only good players against Brighton. Excellent against Real Madrid in the league phase game. Excellent against Sunderland. Decent against Fulham. Excellent against Leeds. Pretty important as well when Leeds forced us out wide. Yeah, the Liverpool game where he was man of the match as well. Yeah, that was my favourite game of his. Again, Dortmund, he was excellent. Bournemouth, he was brilliant as well. That one, I love that. That period of games is so good, man. I don't care that we lost against Newcastle. I don't care. That was such a good period. Oh, Arsenal. Arsenal at the Emirates. My God, he was great that day. The amount of times that he was dragging us up the pitch was absolutely ridiculous. United at home, we discussed that game earlier. Yeah, loads of games where he's been great. Loads. Gahey, I think, will still play loads of games because he'll play. I think he'll play at both left and right centre back next season. Because if it's just because I think that Gvardiol's going to play high 20s. He's going to start high 20s. So Gahey's going to play a lot of games, I think, next season at right centre back. We might also see that. I just wouldn't want to see that because I want Aït-Nouri to play at left back. I think you need Aït-Nouri at left back. I think. Why can't it be Gahey and Gvardiol? Yeah, it can be. Gahey would just have to play right centre-back and he's more of a left centre-back, but absolutely it could be. And that is the good thing about Gahey because he is that guy. He can play on the left and the right. Hello to you, Youssef. How are you? Hey, man. It works. It worked. Yoshko did it. It worked. His beard's a 10 out of 10. True. True. Ah, but the whole package has to be taken into consideration, doesn't it? Now, he might not be world-class at box defending, but as an overall package, I do think he is world-class. He can just do anything. He's the boy. He is the boy. So he's catching on the chat. We're about to go to the second half now. There we go. We've kicked off. I answered this question earlier. Well, that was realistic signings, in fairness. And I was given two options, and I opted to get a right back and a midfielder. And assuming that, and I was also allowed to assume that everyone's in form. Leroy Sané's on the pitch. I'd go from in my 2-3-5. My midfield three would be Foden, Rodri / Nico, and Anderson. We do miss him. Yeah, Doku is very, very lovely. It's up there. It's one of the best. We gave it a 9 point something on this channel. It was so good. Yeah, he was great against Arsenal. He was fantastic. He was brilliant. Why Sané? Because he's a goat. That's why. That's why he's a goat. Respect him. Yeah. What attacker should we get if Marmoush and or Savio leave? Well, if Savio leaves, I think we're in trouble if Savio leaves because now all of a sudden we've lost our only true, proper touchline right winger. As Galatasaray coming forwards here, Konate's got some work to do. Oh, into Leroy. Oh, Kirkus, that's actually really good defending. So, if we do sell Savio, then we need to sign, preferably, another left-footed right winger. Now, unless I'm missing some players, I feel like... Yeah, Yamal. I feel like the market for left-footed right wingers is very, very light. Because you're obviously not getting Saka. You're not getting Yamal. You're not getting any of these heavy hitters, obviously. So you really need to be trying to go for a player who could... You're not getting Elise. It's not going to happen. So you do need to go for a player who can be the next Elise, the next Yamal, the next Saka. You can have Salah shut up. So I think you do have to go for a younger player. And we have that in Savio. So I wouldn't entertain moving on Savio. And I don't know what we, and if you say, okay, forget that, what if we do? The answer is I don't know. I don't know. This is why I was very upset with the Ekatike again. This goalkeeper's doing very well. That's why I was very upset with the idea of Savio leaving in the summer, because it's a bit tricky. There's not many of these wingers that are readily available, because again, they're all at big clubs. They're at Barcelona, they're at Arsenal, they're at PSG. Yildiz says just signed a new 5-year contract. There's another one. So it's very hard to get ones that are established, world class. You do sort of have to go down the route of who's the next one going to be, or could be. You have to sort of punt on a younger talent, and I think that's what Savio is. So I really, really think it's quite important we keep him. I really, 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 really think it's important. But Youssef, who's this elite right winger who's actually going to join us? You're not going to get Elise out of Bayern. You're not going to get Yamal out of Barca. You're not going to get Saka out of Arsenal. Who is the elite right winger? It is the question. Because you're not going to get Elise or Yamal or Saka, obviously. So who is this elite right winger who's preferably left-footed as well? Who's it going to be? Okay, Youssef, mate. I love that from you. Love that from you. Oh, this goalkeeper is having a game, man. This goalkeeper is having a very good game. Yildiz has apparently just signed a 5-year contract. That's what the chat just told me. Isn't Rafinha a left winger, though? KDB supremacy. That better be a fucking joke, or you're getting banned so quick. You are getting banned so quick if that weren't a joke. I'll tell you that right now. We're not signing a fucking rapist. Hello? I respect it, though. Yusuf just going, I'll spend $1 trillion and get them. I love that. Frimpong got some defending to do, and he does it. Fair play. Wait, are they actually? What's the score? Are they? Didn't they concede this? Okay, thank Christ. Yeah, we don't want a fucking rapist on this team. Good God. It's 2-1. Your 2 goals in 40 minutes is doable. It's doable. Can you imagine if Spurs do a bloody remontada and we bloody don't? I'll be so upset. Oh! And Salah, great ball. Ekatike, and that is surely going to be game. Guys, low-key, do I switch to the Spurs game? Because let's be honest, this game's done. Do I low-key switch to Spurs Atletico to see if there's a remontada to be had? Or do I just stick with the pool? Oh my gosh. I've frozen here. I'm still frozen. There we go, we're back. Goodness me. It glitches sometimes whenever I put my score on. Soberstein, nice ball, breaking the lines. He looks just onside. And then a really good ball by Salah. Great finish. Goalkeeper can't stop that. Up the cocks. Park says, what are you going to do when Atleti make it 2-2? Well, we'll switch back to Liverpool at that point. Oh, you know what? I'll switch to Spurs Atleti for a little bit, And, oh, guys, let's watch the Curling World Championship, actually. I'll switch to Spurs Atleti for a little bit. Where is it? Oh, guys, I can watch the Pistons at the Celtics. We'll see what happens. Who knows? If they don't do anything in like 10, 15 minutes, I'll go back. But let's see. We then go to Bayern. Oh, the referee with a great block. Oh, Atleti would have been in there as well. Come, I'm not watching Bayern Atalanta, guys. What are you saying? What's going on? What is going on and what is occurring? Oh. Oh, Dragusin's trying to get him sent off. It's a yellow card. You know, Lookman's upset. Dragusin saying, get me. Is it 3-0, really? Well, yeah, guys. I'm not, yeah. That game's done. We're watching Spurs now. I'm not going to bother updating the thumbnail or the scoreboard. But we're now watching Spurs. We're in the 55th minute. Go on, Tottenham. Score a goal to make it interesting. We got this. Can't believe we're out of the quarters again. Pepper's pulling his hand, says Samir. He did get the first leg wrong. His players got it wrong as well, which is a shame. Donnarumma, Nico O'Reilly, horror error at 0-0. You clickbait to shut up. And yeah, and then from there we just didn't play well at all. They can TP Link. There's 30 minutes left. They need 2 goals. They have 11 men on the pitch. Who knows? Who knows what they can achieve? We'll see, we'll see. I'm on 56, 40, 41, 42, 43. That's what I'm on. Still watching it on TNT. Yeah, Lookman at Atletico is weird. What's that all about? That guy was at Everton. What are we saying? They should be down a man. God damn it. That would have been interesting. You need to go from Galatasaray Sparta because you might be shit out of luck, I'm afraid. You never know. If the Liverpool game does update, let me know just so I can update the score for the sake of completeness. But we are watching Spurs now. Now, just to make it interesting, footy, just to make the final bits of the game interesting, so that there's only 1 goal in it, like 10 minutes left, and it's like, ooh, what's going to happen? 9-1 on aggregate for Bayern Atalanta. Christ. Carl's just scored, apparently. Harry Kane at the double. They did eventually get to field a goalkeeper. And they do have... They've got a 16-year-old goalkeeper on the bench, which is very funny. Yeah, that's the end of it. Scalvini, what happened to him? Because he was, like, going to be the next big thing, and he's, like, still chilling at Atalanta. And then we got, like, a big injury, but then he came back. What's all that? What's that all about? What's that all about? 4-0 Liverpool. Yeah, we made the right decision to switch. We made the right decision to switch. He's good on FM. Nice. But is he good in real life? Yeah? Hello, Flaws. Is it better for us if Liverpool go through, given they would have PSG a few days after us? Hey, I'll take any micro advantage I can, Flaws. So why the hell not? Why the hell not? I'll tell you what, I will get Spurs and Atleti on the... Oh, Spurs! Oh, what a save! Was that all black? What a save! It's not all black. Sorry, wasn't it all black? Very good by Spurs. Pedro Porro, great run. Nice outside the foot effort, but great goalkeeping. Why isn't Oblak starting? Am I being stupid? Good save. My boy Singo with a disallowed own goal. Oh, no. Singo's not my boy anymore, unfortunately. If I wanted him, it would have had to have been a couple years ago. It's too late now, I'm afraid. Oh, what could have been? I do still think it could have been a good option for us. But Tragusin. But in fairness, that was more so in the era where I was looking at it from, okay, I need a right back who can also play right centre back, because that was the period where we were using centre backs at right back. If we're now in a phase where we need them to be pushing up as right wingers, then Singo's probably not your guy. Even though he did play there at Torino, so he could still technically do a job there. But was he injured? Fair enough. So Atletico Madrid badge. Let's have a little look. There we go. Let's pop that into my thing. Oh, good save by the Spurs goalkeeper. I don't even know who they're fielding nowadays. Such is the chaos of that situation. Okay. There's Vicario, apparently. Right, let's update this on the fly. You heard the diddling. It'll update. Yes, look at that. Now, the timer's not going to be right. And I can update the scores. And one more. Yeah. Bop. There we go. It's as easy as that. Respect that Spurs badge, yeah? I hate the Spurs badge because it's awful for editing purposes. Because it's not in a bloody shield. I use the shield one because of reasons. Font of the numbers, good question. It might be Montserrat extra bold. I can double check for you, Musty. Pedro Porro, and the Spurs are at them here. Up the Spurs. Come on, make it interesting. Make it interesting, guys. Just to make like the final 5-10 minutes cheeky. So plays 4-4-2 in big 2026. Oh, Galatasaray bums. Even we beat them 2-0. Doku single-handedly beat them. Yeah, he's injured. That's a shame. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want Livramento anymore, yeah. Since the injury that he got in, December of last year, was it? November, December? I don't think you can pursue that, because it would have to be... Because I felt that, 80 million quid on a right-back, and that's overpaying, obviously, but 80 million quid on a right-back who, in theory, you can have for 10 years is, I think, a good deal, personally. Oh, you're about to get banned, little bro. You're about to get zabanned, I'm afraid. Oh, mods, we need to lock in here. I need a couple people to get zabanned. What was I saying? There we go. Get the fuck out of it! Little bastards. Oh my god, there we go. Thank you, guys. Is that going to stay on the stream all... There we go, thank God. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't want Livramento anymore because you can't invest that much money into a player who is always going to get injured. So unfortunately, I haven't wanted Livramento since the injury picked up in November or December. It's because two people got banned at once, so it got confusing. They tried to sell bot views. That's not how it works. So we need to get rid of them immediately. Immediately. Spurs are cooking them. Hell yeah. Make it exciting. Am I confident for Sunday? I'm optimistic. Definitely optimistic. Definitely optimistic. Reece James again. Another beautiful player. Always injured. Always injured, unfortunately. Shame. Of course, it took me a whole day to make that Zaban animation. You can also LNobbins with bits on the Twitch as well, so big up to me for making that. Oh, no, Spurs. Don't bottle it. Oh, good tackle. Was that Van der Ven? Well done. Yeah, injuries. It's a thing. Free my boy. Reece James rarely got injured and Maresca just needs to manage him well. Yeah. Well, it's because he was being used in midfield in a new role, not overlapping, like, and not playing, like, you know, week in, week out, you know, like 3 times in 1 week, etc. And because unfortunately, you can't do it like that anymore. You can't use Reece James like that anymore. Which is a darn shame as it comes through here. For Atleti, they want an offside. They're not going to get it, though. And there's the offside flag. Sorted. We've got Hall and turned him into a right back. I do like Hall, but nah, I'd rather get an actual right back at right back. Lewis Hall, I'm not being stupid. Lewis Hall's left-footed, right? And I need a right footer on the right. It's just because he's always injured, Truce. He costs so much money and he's injury prone. For the use case that I would want to use him for anyway. "25 minutes. Can anything happen here?" Hello, Sentry. I was hoping Liverpool would get knocked outside. Nah, they've ended up battering them. It's 4-0 on the night, 4-1 on the Ag. Yeah, the right back market, it's like what we were saying earlier with the right wing market. You can't realistically go for the absolute elite of the elite options because there aren't that many, and they're already playing for elite clubs. So it's very challenging to get one who's ready-made elite now. So you, as we were saying for the right wing situation, you have to go for really a player who could become the next big thing. So we are going to have to look young, probably. This is probably why we are being linked with players like, well, I don't know if we're being linked with them in fairness, but Reed, Costa, Fernandez, and so on and so forth. Coyote is very good, I will say. I will say that. I don't think Porro's homegrown. Don't think so. Don't think he is. I'll play right back to Century. Love that. Yeah, Toby, they had no chance. We've moved over to Spurs now because there's actually a game going on here. There's actually a game. There's a competition. It's kicking off. Porro stinks, as Toby. I like Pedro Porro. But I think he's only good. That's it. I don't know how much better he can get. Tricky one. Big up to Palacios. Unfortunately, I did say in the video he does have a bit of an injury record, and that has come into play. It's a shame because I do think he could have done a really good job for us. But injuries have sadly put that to bed. I thought that was going to fall for Colomboani or whoever that was then. Their goalkeeper just about did enough. That's fair, Spartacus. We need someone to fill up the injury table. Why do all Newcastle players sound like guys I went to school with? I don't know, Bicycle. I don't know. Next scouting report. I want to do that. That should be the next member video. And that'll be for all members. The one that went up today was just for certain members of a certain tier. That'll be for everyone. So yeah, we'll do Anderson next. Because we haven't done that yet, and we're obviously linked with Anderson, so it makes sense to do that. Oh, Van der Ven's been smashed. Oh, he's been absolutely mugged off there. Spurs just about get away with it. Good lord. Good lord, man. Porro's a cross merchant. Do you reckon Nunes can keep being our starting right back for the next few years? I just think it's a very upgradable position. I do think that we should bring in a young right back, and maybe Nunes can still be the main right back next season, but the right back should be integrated. And then it means from the season after that, maybe Nunes becomes second choice. I would like us to try to bring in that player this summer if we can. They don't have to come in and be a starter immediately because I think Nunes is doing a very good job. But you see the difference in setup when Nunes is out of the side. It's something that we touched on as early as the Club World Cup. Was that Alvarez? God damn. My king, my goat. I love that clip of Van de Ven. That guy criticizing Van de Ven. Break the lines, you maniac. Yeah, Nunes is a build-up liability as well, I will say. He's got better at it. The carrying has come in clutch, but that's also, again, I think it's upgradable. It's upgradable.
Love from India, lad.
Thank you, Kazoo. We need a right-footed Nori or Yoshko. Exactly, Samir. That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be cheeky. Ooh. Yoshko is the most two-footed centre-back in the Premier League. According to data.
Love from India, lad.
Thank you, Century. Yeah, when we were like being linked with Frimpong, I was very upset about that connection because I don't consider him a right back. Personally. Long term, nah. I don't think Marmo should stay. Or Spurs, can you please get up to the other box and see if you can start doing some attacking, please? Musty. Oh. It's a yellow card. I don't like Griezmann's hair. Don't like Griezmann's hair at all. I liked it like when he did that phase of doing the celebrations. That was when he was like one of the best players in the world. Fire right back, smashed up. I know I always liked Alvarez, Musty, but I just didn't like his usage, that's all. Why are you bullying me, True Citizen? That's not very nice. I'm so glad we're all super stressed out about finishing in the top 8 and doing crazy equations just to face Madrid. I know. It was all just luck at that point, was it? Or would it have mattered, actually? Had we, like, won a game, let's say we beat Bode Glimt, would that have changed where we went? Would we have gone on the other side of the draw? Or what? I love that from you, Century. Well, we had a reform leaflet put through the door. Mrs. Nobbins put it in the litter tray and recorded like a Instagram thing for her friends as a cute little thing. Forgot it was in there, then Evie shat on it. So she knew. God, would we have gone the other side if we beat Bode Glimt? That's so frustrating. Oh, God. Yeah, it was quite funny. To be fair, we did put it in the litter tray and just forgot about it, so, you know. But it was right on Farage's face as well. It was quite funny. It made it tricky to deal with because it was a bit grim. It's like, oh, we've got to just like empty the whole thing. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch a piece of paper that's touched poo. I've not seen that, True Citizen, no. Oh, Atleti with a free kick in a dangerous area. This might be Alvarez territory. Julian. Ooh, it's just over. Oh, it's a good save. Fair play. Exactly, Century. 10-1. What was the record? Was it Bayern versus Sporting? What was the record on aggregate? That's fair, Spartacus. That Monaco game was so frustrating because we were so much the better side. We just decided to... And I don't think it was a penalty in the last second either. Oh, really good corner. And unfortunately, Atletico have scored, and that will put an end. That will surely put an end to the comeback. That might be it. Oh dear. Welp. Another English side bites the dust, ladies and gentlemen. Only Arsenal and Liverpool able to go through, ultimately. 12-1 was the record. I mean, there's 15 minutes left. Pyrex, you're not wrong, mate. You did say that. When are the quarterfinals, Musty? When are they? When are they? How many are there? Fucking love doing that, mate. Deary me. Oh, Spurs. What you like? 7th and 8th of April, obviously, yeah. Will FootMob already have those in? As placeholders. Oh my god, Julian! Oh, good block in the end. Let's have a little baby look. Yeah, that's on the 7th. Oh, but there's so many good games. Wait, what? Sorry? Why have they... Do they always do this? Do they always put all the quarterfinals on at the same time? Has that always been the case? Is that a thing? I feel like that's never been a thing. It says on FootMob that they're all on the 7th of April. What? Oh, have they just not scheduled it? Oh, okay. Okay. Just because I was on FootMob and it says it's got all 4 games scheduled to play on the 7th. That's why I was confused. Placeholders. Okay. Cool. I understand. Thank you. When am I in Wales? I'm going to Wales for a wedding. Clever boy. My friend has scheduled his wedding. I think week commencing the 30th of March. I think that's an international break. I don't know if he planned that, but if he did, pig up to him. So it means that I don't actually miss any action. That's the week before. So yeah, I will be available for both of those days. So yeah, Sporting Arsenal, I can promise you guys right now, I will not be watching a single minute of that football match. I can assure you, that is a Nobbins guarantee. I will not be watching that game at all. There is no world in which we're doing a watch along of that game. So the options are, we've got to pick 2 out of these 3. And it depends which game is, because by definition, the game that isn't Sporting Arsenal, we will watch that day. But the options are going to be Barca at Atletico, PSG Liverpool, Real Madrid Bayern. Ideally, I would like to watch Real Madrid Bayern because of company, and I need Real Madrid to lose. I would also like to watch Barca Atletico. I do like Barca. If it can be that musty, yes, but if they're on the same day, then that's tricky, because I want to do 2, because one will be on a Tuesday, one will be on a Wednesday. Just depends. Hopefully they're on different days. So hopefully PSG Liverpool is not on the same day as Sporting Arsenal. Otherwise we'll watch PSG Liverpool, obviously. Exactly, Musty, yeah. So yeah, best case scenario is PSG Liverpool gets played on the same day as Real Madrid Bayern or Barca Atleti, and then we can watch the 2 best games, which are Barca Atleti and Real Madrid Bayern. If it's a choice between those 2, it will be Real Madrid Bayern. Yeah, Real Bayern is the one. Good evening, Nunes. How are you? Pick up the Nobbins guarantee, yeah. Long throw from Spurs, and it's cleared away. You're in Morocco, that's 6th century. Do you mind if I gate crash? It's not my wedding. It's not my wedding, it's my friend's. We're going over the night prior. Because it's not just in Wales, it's in... it's on an island. What's the island called? I've forgotten what it's called. Begins with an A. Anglesey, I think. I think that's right. So big up to my boy. Noah Lanker's just ran to the ad board and looks like he's cut his thumb off. What? That sounds horrible. I'm glad I'm not watching that. I hope he's alright. That's terrible. Yeah, Anglesey. No, because like Wales has an island and there's a big bridge connecting it. It's not like a tiny island. It's a large part of Wales. It's a large island. There we go. There we go. There we have it. It's a thing. And then there's what, 1 week? There's 1 week between the Champions League final and the World Cup starting. I'm going on holiday the day after the World Cup final. So, I'm not going to lie, guys. You know, said the Nobbins guarantee earlier. I can't guarantee we'll do a drinking game for the World Cup final because I'm literally going abroad the day after. Originally, I had it scheduled so I'd go away on the Tuesday so I could chill on the Monday. But one of my other friends is getting married and he waited so long to tell me that by the time he told me, I'd already booked the holiday and we were due to arrive by the time he was getting married. So I had to amend the date of the holiday slightly earlier by 1 day. I'm not doing a holiday stream. Shut up. We are going to Rhodes. We're going to Rhodes, Greek island. I've never been before. I've been to a lot of Greek islands, never been to Rhodes. So I'm very excited for that. Greece was actually the first holiday that Mrs. Nobbins and I actually went on. And we haven't been since. No, not Cecil Rhodes. Great A levels during the first two England games. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nunes. That's awful. Great question, Flaws. Nowadays, I don't give a fuck, realistically, about England. I want us to win, and I'll be supporting England, but I used to be, older viewers can attest to this, I used to prefer the idea of like England winning the World Cup rather than City winning the Champions League. I so don't care now. Like, properly. So, I want us to win and whatnot, and I'll support us, but I'm well club over country nowadays. Like that, it used to be country over club, like nowadays, like, fuck that, man. And the Euros did it. Fuck England fans. To be honest with you. So... I will never forgive the way that they treated Phil, ever. And that's actually what's done it. That's actually what tipped me over the edge. I'm still supporting England. I still want us to win, but... Little bastards. Little bastards. So yeah, nowadays... Give me City. We're from Manchester, England. And to be fair, we do have great songs. We're England, we're gonna score one more than you. England! Can I introduce you, please, to a lump of cheddar cheese? Me and me mum and me dad and me gran were off to Waterloo. Me and me mum and me dad and me gran and a bucket of Vindaloo. Ba 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 ba. Bucket Vindaloo. Absolute banging song. We have had a lot of good songs. Love's got the world in motion, and I know what we can do. Love's got the world in motion, and I can't believe it's true. You've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. Big up John Barnes for his rapping. You wouldn't get that nowadays. You wouldn't have an England footballer rapping. If we were going to have like a New England track, which England player would be doing like the rap verse? Who would be the John Barnes, do we reckon? We're playing for England. England, we're playing the song. We're singing for England. England, arrivederci, it's 1-on-1. Oi, I say my voice is good. It's all that matters. Harry Kane spitting bars. Cole Palmer. I don't actually know. Grealish, Tuchel. Can Tuchel be the first ever foreign manager of a national team to win the World Cup? No, that's a recent phenomenon, Flaws. It was in the wake of the Euro situation that's tipped me over the edge. And by I don't care, I mean I will support England. I want them to win. I still am an England fan. I just don't care nearly as much as I used to. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it is. What are the other great songs that we've got? What are the other good songs? I feel like there's a banger that I'm missing. Obviously, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home, guys. It is coming home. I've decided. Shut up, Nunes. I do hope Norway do well, Nintendo. Absolutely. Atalanta are back in it. What? Oh my god. It's 4-1. It's 10-2 on aggregate. Nah, Three Lions is great. Vindaloo is a banger. Jules Rimet still gleaming. 30 years of hurt. Ah, chill. It's not the worst single song. What's the song that we sung in 2018? What was the chant? It's to do with drinking all your vodka. England are in Russia. Oh, drinking all your vodka. Oh, England's going all the way. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Atalanta remontada. It's happening, Pyrex. It's happening. Doesn't lay a glove on meat pie sausage roll. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'll be so honest. Jambu, shut up, mate. Let me dream. I think France will win the World Cup. Maybe. Who actually is the favourite? Bicycle. Who actually is the favourite? Because it feels like this one's relatively up for grabs. Spain have got to be up there, surely, as Euros winners. They're a very complete side. Do you reckon Spain, Nunes? Yeah. Spain, probably. France will always be up there also. But Brazil aren't Brazil. Is there anyone that isn't European who's properly got a chance? Because Brazil are a bit stinky nowadays. I know Argentina are defending champions, but I don't know. Be very surprised if it weren't a European nation that won it. Oh, Simons, that's a foul. It's a penalty. Spurs can at least get a win here. Senegal. Tunisia. That was really good by Simons or Simmons. Top two in the... Well, that on the rankings, but I don't know if I'd consider them that. Senegal, best out of Africa. I mean, big up to Morocco. They got to the bronze medal game, so big up to Morocco. They were so fun. They were so fun to watch. I really wanted them to beat France, man. My go Unahi. Yusuf, that's fairs. South Africa, yes. South Africa, are they in? Are they taking part? Who would be the dark horse? Do Norway count? Give me Norway. Yeah, Portugal have some great technicians. They sat their coach. Oh, what now? Come on, Simmons. Can you at least win the game? Restore some pride here. Oh, he sends him the wrong way. 4 minutes to score 2 goals. Okay, Simmons, chill, mate. There's 4 minutes left. You're not going to do that. Chill, chill, chill. Well, at least they got the win on the night, so they did better than us. Well, they're opening the tournament. Ooh. I'll have you know, I agree about the Brazil tape, but I'm still angry about it. I'm sorry, Spartacus. It's a shame because I know it's a very high standard, but, you know, Brazil used to be the best team to watch, obviously, and they just were the best team, but, yeah, they have fallen off. I want a City player to lead their team to the World Cup. Yeah, exactly. I'll be back in the City, lads. There's no doubt about that. I'll be back in all the City, lads, of course. There's 5 minutes of time here. Oh, if Ochoa is there. There are some players who just lock the fuck in at certain tournaments, and World Cup Ochoa is the guy. My lineup for Arsenal, basically what we saw. I'm going to say what we saw against Madrid. Trafford instead of Don, obviously, because he's the cup goalkeeper, and maybe O'Reilly for Reinders. Outside of that, I wouldn't mind it just being very similar. Yes, Ochoa. It is destiny. Vicario's kicking is so weak. What is his problem? Why can't he kick a ball? Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on, England. Yeah, literally a true citizen. Little stat padder. At World Cups, you little rat. Yeah, literally. Somehow, is that what it is? We found a goalkeeper worse on the ball. Oh my god, they're actually going to score. Oh no, what a shame. That would have been so funny if they scored that. Yeah, score a fucking goal. Yeah, there was a penalty. Colomwani had a decent chance, but it was blocked ultimately. Yeah, there is no Gahey, so it will. So I guess it made sense to test that partnership. Because it will obviously be Kusanov, Diaz. I'd run the same back four, though. You have to. Good block there. I think he'll go for O'Reilly for some midfield solidity. He'll play Rodri because it's Rodri. Although Nico's a question mark. He'll play Bernardo because it's Bernardo. And he'll have seen Doku, Shirky, and he'll go, right, surely I need to play these lads. Is that not a penalty? Van der Ven? Corner? Oh, give the penalty, mate. Come on, that'd be fun. Musty, mate. Nah, it's the biggest dive you'll ever see. Terrible. Terrible dive. I get it, it's the 93rd minute, you need 2 goals, but my word, that's a dive. That's terrible. Against your former team as well. I've just realised I've not even updated the score. There we go. Pyrex, yeah. At half-time, they have an alignment. Is there going to be some late drama here? There's an Atletico player on the floor for some reason. Oh, here we go. Counter-attack. Oh, well done, Spence. That's brilliant work. It's a shame that there's 2 goals in it, because if there were only 1 goal in it, then it would be quite interesting, this game. Have Spurs been good? I mean, they haven't been bad. So... yeah. Can I explain the problem with Shirky's pressing? I I think it's just I don't in most instances anyway. I don't think Shirky's problem is like lack of trying or desire or effort. I think it's more so awareness. And it makes sense. It's only his first season, but there is no doubt that he isn't an intense presser as well. So coupling both of those two things together makes it so that Bernardo does have to assist him a lot and cover for him. So sometimes Bernardo's picking up two players if you watch him out of possession. And there we go. That will be full time in a second here. We're in the 95th minute now. Baena, he tried to suck me in. I liked the idea of the player. Of course it is. Of course it's something he can improve on. That's the exciting thing. That's the exciting thing. He can improve on it, yes. Yeah, I like the idea of Baena, definitely Musty. I preferred him to the idea of Vert, because I think at that point it was either Verts or Baena. I was like, I'd rather have Baena, to be honest. Didn't even think we were going to consider Shirky. Yeah, maybe it can get better, because look, was Aguero this really excellent, intense presser when Pep got his hands on him? Was Riyad Mahrez that player as well? So I don't see why it can't improve. I don't see why it can't improve. Now, will it improve to the level of our other players at the club, like Marmoush or Savio or Foden or Semenyo? Almost definitely not. But if it can just get better to the point where he doesn't become a player that you have to think about accommodating, then that's a positive, isn't it? So I think that'd be a thing. I think Haaland's gotten a lot better as well. Yeah, I think this season especially, he's really upped his pressing numbers. There we go, guys. So just final confirmation. Spurs are out. Liverpool are through. Atalanta are out. Bayern are through. Barca are through. Newcastle out. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know if Shirky will ever play as an out-and-out midfielder in like a, let's say like a 4-3-3, for example. I don't know if he'll ever do that. And I don't think he should ever have to be that either, though, because at that point you're having to add more defensive work to his game, and I don't think that you waste that on Shirky. So I don't even necessarily need him to turn into that. Of course, if he can become that, amazing. But I just rather don't take anything away from his offensive work. This is one of the instances where I do agree with Pep on like the positioning of the players. I don't like it when Shirky drops deep. I don't like it when he's involved really deep. Sometimes I get it, that has to happen, but generally, like Pep has said, I want him close to goal. I want him impacting play in the final third. That's where I need Shirky to be. I don't want him running up and down like a box-to-box player. Then that'd be a waste of his efforts. So that's what I'd like personally. Except Musty, yeah. I didn't... Do I think it'd be good this soon? That's a good question. I don't actually know, because I think my Shirky video was my most positive one I've ever done. So maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe not. It's tricky. There we go, guys. That was the game. Unfortunately, it wasn't an exciting finale to any of the matches. Liverpool eventually coasted to victory. Bayern battered Atalanta. The Barca game would have been fun to watch just because Barcelona are a very fun side to watch. Unfortunately, it took place earlier. So that was a thing. But now, of course, the next game that we'll be doing on the channel will be on Sunday. And it will be the Cup final, Arsenal versus City. Drinking game. I've ordered the beer. I've got the Fireball whiskey. We're ready to go. Musty, I do what I want, mate. And there's no midweek game next week, is there? Oh yeah, it's international break. Yeah, big up to your mothers. Shout out to your mothers. Yeah, it's we're not. Fun enough, guys. I'm not going to be doing any of those. Phone-ins. What for that? Of course, Toby, if you want to come on at half-time, mate, of course you can, mate. Or before the game, we can have that chat as well. Of course you can, mate. Who do I want to win? I'm just going to do a list of who I want to win for the World Cup qualifier semi-finals. We have Turkey versus Romania. Give me Turkey. We've got Czechia versus Ireland. Give me Czechia. Denmark versus North Macedonia. Give me North Macedonia. Yeah? Give me them. Italy versus Northern Ireland. We've got to go Italy for Don. Poland, Albania. Poland. I want to see. I want to see. Have I not pronounced it right? Have I not pronounced it right? Is it not? Have I not said it right? Is it not Czechia? I've not said it right. Yeah, I want to see Lewandowski at the World Cup. I'm sorry, Musty, but Slovakia, Kosovo. Give me Kosovo. Ukraine, Sweden. We'll take Ukraine. We'll take Ukraine. Yeah, Wales, Bosnia. Give me Bosnia. Don will rise, exactly. Czechia. Is that not right? Czechia. Sorry, is it Czechia? My bad. I apologise. Oh, no. I thought it was Czechia. It's a CH. Why wouldn't I think it's Chia? So it's Czechia. I don't know anything, me. This is Czechia. I'm still getting used to not calling them the Czech Republic, to be honest with you, mate. So they're lucky I even attempted it. Let's get an official pronunciation. It's either... It's with a K, not a CH in the middle. Can English speakers handle that? Alright, that's not very nice. I tried. Czechia. Or Czechia. Czechia. I'm going to say Czechia. Now, they changed their name like a couple years ago, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Although their official Wikipedia still says Czech Republic. But I'm sure that they don't want to be called the Czech Republic anymore. It's a couple years ago, I'm sure. There was a thing. I think they felt that Czech Republic was a bit antiquated and a bit USSR-y, and a bit Soviet. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's... I think that's the vibe. Is there like... Here we go. In 2022, the American AP Starbook stated it in its entry on the country that both Czechia and the Czech Republic are acceptable. Wait. This form was not widely adopted at the time, linked to the long name Czech Republic being used in English. The Czech government directed use of Czechia as the official English short name in 2016. I thought it was only a couple years ago. Jesus. The short name has been listed by the UN and is used by other organisations such as the UN, NATO, CIA, Google Maps, European Broadcasting Union. In 2022, America started to say both were acceptable. The short name Czechia is preferred by the Czech government. If using Czechia, clarify in the story that the country is more widely known in English as the Czech Republic. There we go. Now I know things. Yeah? Now I know things. It's not Turkey, isn't it? Turkey. Isn't it something like that? Is it still pronounced Turkey? I can't keep up to date. I'm too much of an unk for this, man. Turkey country pronunciation. Is Turkey still pronounced as Turkey in English? Reddit. Big up to Reddit. Pretty much the title. I'm from the UK myself, and everyone I know still says Turkey. That wasn't the question, though, was it, my petal? That wasn't the fucking question. The question was, is it still pronounced like that? It wasn't, everyone still says this. It was, this is the new name. Well, that's such an unhelpful comment from a deleted user 2 years ago, so well done, you little fraud. Just say Turkey. The Turkish spelling contains sounds that do not exist in English. Hello? I need to see how this is pronounced now. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to learn. How to pronounce Turkey. Brackets, Turkey. Flaws. I'm going to punch you so hard. You don't understand. Turk. Turk. Yeah. Turkey. Like that.
We are looking at how to say country. Turkey, the name of the country in Turkish. This could also be the new name. Turkey would be known as from now on. Let's see. Türkiye is how it is said in Turkish. Türkiye. So Türkiye. Türkiye. I guess it would remove the confusion between the country and the animal.
This guy's voice is mad. This is insane behavior. This is crazy. He's got 2 million subscribers, fair enough. The youngest unk ever, Quans, chill.
Turkey would be known as from now on. Let's see. Türkiye is how it is said in Turkish.
Türkiye.
Türkiye. So Türkiye. Türkiye. I guess it would remove the confusion between the country and the animal, turkey. I quite like it. Türkiye. What do you think? Let us know.
Well, that's in Turkish. What's the English pronunciation? Because I don't say France. Although I do say Holland. I do say Jesus, I don't say Jesus. This is the contradiction of pronunciation, guys. He does quite like it. Türkiye, Türkiye, Türkiye.
More Turkey. Turkish. Türkiye.
Türkiye. Türkiye. Türkiye. Big up to Istanbul. Very lovely. I told you guys a story where I was on a boat with my taxi driver, and he FaceTimed his wife, yeah? Didn't speak a word of English, but FaceTimed his wife. And I was just like, hi, you alright? I can't roll my R's, you know that. You know I can't roll my R's. Don't be mean. There we go, guys. Cool. Big up to Julian Mikel, or Julian Mikel, however that is, however that's pronounced. Yeah, Dan, I'll tell you this story. So, it was my last day in Istanbul, because I went for the Champions League final, and it was the day that I was due to go back. And I looked up like the travel routes ahead of time, and I was like, right, okay, so I need to get the Metrolink to go to here, to, you know, like the tram equivalent. But so I was like, right, I know exactly where it is. I gave myself plenty of time. I gave myself hours and hours. But the problem was that when I got there, they didn't accept any cards. They accepted cash only, and I didn't have exact change. So I was like, oh, okay. This local guy tried to help me, and he told me that. I was like, oh, that's an L. It wasn't expensive, but I just didn't have any cash on me. I tried to go to a cash point. I couldn't get it to work. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? So then I thought, right, what if I just walk to, because I had to get a tram to get to another tram. So I was like, instead of just like getting that first tram, I've got ages, I'll just walk there. And he said, it's going to take an hour and a half. I was like, fine. I've given myself like 5 hours. I'll walk there, not a problem. Open Google Maps, walk there. And as I'm getting closer to sort of like a big point where it says, now walk for like, 2 miles in a straight line, something like that. Oh my goodness. Why is a bot come in and disturbed story time? What a dickhead. Anyway, by the time I get to what was I saying? On the map it said turn right and then walk in a straight line for 3 miles, something like that. And I get there and it's the fucking water. I don't know what that water is called, but the big fuck off gap between the European side and the Asian side of the city. It's that. So Google Maps is saying, walk through that. Just walk through the water. It's like amazing stuff. So now I'm panicking because I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Is there just a bridge that I can walk over? It turns out that the bridge is only available from the Asian side to the European side, or vice versa. Is that what it's called? Something like that. Because I drove on the bridge. I drove on the bridge going there. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just do the reverse. Bosphorus, thank you. I did plan it well, Flaws. I just didn't think the Metrolink system wouldn't accept cards. I assumed it would have accepted the card. It didn't, though. I also didn't think Google Maps would lie to me. So then I'm panicking, like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, does Uber work? Uber wasn't working. Like, brilliant. So then I noticed these, taxis outside. I was thinking, it's going to be so expensive. I'm just going to have to do it. Like, this is insane. I actually don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I was panicking at this point because I had maybe, 3 hours or something to get to the airport. And it was going to be over an hour's drive. So I think if I don't get this sorted now, I'm going to be in trouble. So I go to this taxi driver and I say, hi. Obviously, I'm a very ignorant Englishman. I don't speak Turkish. So hi, airport? Hoping that he understands that. No, actually, I Google translated what airport was. I have no idea what it is now, but I Google translated. I went hi, and it said that, obviously, in an English accent. And he nodded at me. I was like, yep, get in. He didn't say that. He said something in Turkish, but he intimated as if to get in. I was like, okay, great. And then we were communicating with one another via Google Translate, because if you have Google Translate, you can make the words come up. So I said, hi, please can I go to the airport? I have a flight at whatever time. Are we going to get there in time if we go now, basically, is what I said. And so, but in Turkish on my phone. He didn't speak.
Long live anarchy! Twitch steals from you with rigged sports and sports betting. Casino cards, roulette, etc. are controlled, and hell is an illusion. Don't be afraid of death. Destroy food and water, destroy the forest and the ocean, and the money will come. Help me destroy this world.
Thanks, mate. So, he didn't speak any English, so he was going back to me with his phone doing translate, and he said, it's going to take about 90 minutes. We're going to have to go on a boat. Just an FYI. Are you happy with that? And I was really confused. I was like, why do we have to go on the boat? Oh no, he said we have to go on the ferry. And I thought, am I being scammed here? Am I gonna get is this some sort of scheme where the taxi driver gets a payoff from the ferry or something? What is going on here? I have to get a ferry. I was in his hands though. I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever, fine. But yeah, let's just do that. As it turns out, that's the only way to go from one side to the other. So I had to do that. I got there in the first place on taxi, but the bridge is a one-way thing with driving. You can drive one way to the other, but you can't drive from the other side to that side. I don't know why that was. I don't know if that's typical, but it was the case when I was there anyway. So yeah, I got in the taxi. We then drove the taxi. I'm panicking, so I'm thinking, am I going to get jumped on this ferry? What is going on? I was so confused. I was on my own as well. Taxi drives onto the ferry, and then the taxi driver, again, I'm just, because I'm traveling on my own, I'm clearly very English and very muggable, so I'm just on hyper caution alert. So we park up in the taxi on the ferry, handbrake on, etc., and he whips out his phone again, and he says, would you like to come up and have some tea with me? I will pay for it, and we can look at the city together. It's really beautiful. And again, at this point, I think something fishy's going on here. It definitely muggable, yeah. So, and he says, oh, just leave your bag in the taxi. I'm like, oh, I don't feel comfortable leaving my bag anywhere. I need that with me. Just, again, I know it's really horrible, but I'm just hyper cautious. What if it's a scheme where where they get people, they take them upstairs, and then the captain goes into the cars and they take all their belongings? Something like that. So I was like, oh, I'll come up here, but what I wanted to say was, I'd like to just stay in the taxi, please, until we get there, because I was a little bit scared. It was unknown. I was anxious about the flight as well. I was like, no, yeah, let's go up. So we went up, and he got me, maybe it was Turkish tea he got me, but he bought me a drink. Which was really lovely. He bought me a drink from the ferry, and then we sat together on the front of the ship as the ferry is moving. Hopefully I got a video of it, and we're just watching Istanbul, and it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous, and we're just like, again, communicating with each other via phones, and I'm just saying, like, gorgeous, beautiful, it's really, really nice, I came here for the football, blah 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 blah. Subscribe to my channel, my name's Nobbins. And then he just gets his phone out and he starts FaceTiming someone. I'm like, oh, okay, he's just taking a call. Fine, whatever. And we sat next to each other on these little chairs on the front. And it's his wife. And he just like does this stuff like, so I'm obviously here, he does that, and he's like to his wife, like, look, and he's like, say hello. I think she spoke a little bit of English. I was like, hello, are you okay? It was so surreal and really cute that he wanted to, I don't know, introduce his wife to me. It was very cute. I was like, hello. Yeah, exactly. He should have asked, and I should have told him about, oh, did you see John Stones being used right central midfield on the right side of the diamond? So that was very funny, and then we had the rest of the trip, and yeah, we hopped back in the taxi. As it turns out, it was all above board, and he got me there with plenty of time to spare. I gave him a very healthy tip, and apparently Istanbul isn't as cheap anymore, but when I went there, it was well cheap. It was ridiculously cheap, that taxi. I didn't get his number, no. Big up to him, though. It was insane how cheap that taxi drive was. We were traveling for over 90 minutes, I'm sure, including the ferry. And he had to pay for the ferry and the tea. He didn't do it for free. I didn't pay for that like he did, so I'm assuming that the fare was in part from that. And it was like, it was a good tip, but before the tip, it was like, I don't know, 10 or 15 pounds or something. It was insane how cheap it was. I was like, I've got to give him a lot of money here for being so nice, and it just seemed like a bargain. So yeah, big up to Istanbul. It's apparently more expensive nowadays. There was a photo I put on the Discord server where I ordered so much food. In England, that probably would have been 40, 50 quid. Something like that, given how delicious it was. And it was less than a tenner. It was absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Oh yeah, Flaws, that's horrible. That's horrible, man. I think I ended up paying a tenner for a bottle of water. And I didn't realise I was paying that because it was after the game. I hadn't had a drink in hours. My throat was parched. I just needed some water. Oh no, that's what it was. It was like a 500 milliliter Pepsi Max. And I think I ended up paying 10 or 15 quid for it, not knowingly. It was like, you know, one of the outside the ground. I saw some liquid. I was like, I just need something. I need something now because I'm going to die. And yeah, I looked at like my bank the next day and they took out 10 or 15. I was like, you pricks. But that's the ones on the ground. That's UEFA's problem, really. So that was story time, guys. Big up. Of course it was. I wanted my Pepsi Max. I needed a celebratory Pepsi Max. I met my mate last night in Manchester. After the game, he had to pay 40 quid for a cab. Yeah, they're just bastards, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, the amount of doner meat I had was absolutely obscene, man. It was absolutely obscene. I don't know how long I was yapping there for. The game ended a while ago. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed story time with your boy, LNobbins. I can't believe I haven't told you that story before. I must have done, but just in passing. I've never told the full one. Yeah, big up Turkish food. Absolutely ridiculous quality. I loved it. I really wanted to try loads of different foods. I had the Turkish pizza. I had the one where it's like wrapped up in like a boat. I had the drinks, the yogurts. I had so much local food in a proper. I don't want to sound like a you need to go to the local place hipster person, but it was a proper locals go here, dirt cheap, not scamming tourist vibe. Like it was down some alley, nowhere in the center, but it was properly gorgeous. I had so much meat musty, so there must have been some of that. Yeah, it was lamb. I'm pretty sure it was lamb. And again, dirt cheap. For the amount of food I had and drink, it was like a tenner. It was ridiculous. Yeah, getting out of the ground, we don't talk about that. I tell you what, it's a damn good thing that we bloody won that Champions League final, because I was fucking fuming after the game. Like, you know, get from the ground to my hotel. I was so angry to the point where my anger was nearly overwhelming my joy of winning the treble. Like, that's how angry I was. It was amazing how bad the organisation was. Absolutely flawless. And I got there early as well, because I knew the organisation going there was going to be shit. So I got to the pre-fan area, whatever it's called, like 3 hours early. So I was very, very intoxicated. I had so much beer beforehand. In fact, if you guys went to it, we actually drank all of the beer. City fans actually drained Istanbul of its beer. So that's how goated we are. But the reason why it was so bad was because there's this one... First of all, the stadium, it's not in Istanbul. It's nowhere. It is nowhere near the actual city centre. So there is zero infrastructure. And also Istanbul is a very tight city because it's a very historic city. So the city itself is shit for traffic. But there is no infrastructure joining the city centre to this stadium, which alleges to be in Istanbul, but it just isn't. So it's a nightmare getting there in the first instance, and there's no proper road for it. So traffic just builds up and you get stuck in traffic. That's the first thing to note. But the worst thing, and I did get out of the stadium late because I stayed there for like 30 to 45 minutes just to soak it all in. So I did get there late. It wasn't really clear as to how we were going to get back. I knew there would have been a coach, obviously. All the coaches on the car park... I mean, getting off the car park was insane. Because I got there so late, but I think this applied to everyone, even those who were on early, I was right at the back, basically. And we were on that car park for about 90 minutes. It was ridiculous how long it took to get off there, just because of how much traffic there was getting out, and the coaches couldn't get off the car park. My calves were also bleeding because of the seats in the stadium, so I got proper scars from jumping up and down because the plastic seats were terrible and so sharp, so my calves were covered in blood. So that wasn't nice either, so I was in a lot of pain as well. Getting off, when we eventually got off the car park, our taxi driver, who was local, got lost. We had to eventually direct him. He went down the wrong side of the bridge or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was ridiculous. We had to get the sat-nav out and shout at him, no, left, or no, right, you need to go this way. And it was just ridiculous. And I think eventually he got us there, but it wasn't where we were supposed to be going. And because we're just sick of it, it's like, right, let's get out of here. I looked at my map, it's like, fucking hell, it's like, it was pitch black. I wasn't on my own because there were other City fans, thankfully, but I was travelling on my own. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit scared because I was in a full City top. You never know what's going to happen. There might be, I'm not saying that Inter fans would have been out there for vengeance, but you never know what's going to happen. So I was a little bit scared, in all honesty. I had to walk like 30 to 40 minutes from where we got dropped off to the hotel eventually. Now, thankfully, I was with some other City fans, and like they said, "Oh, mate," they saw. I think they could see that I was a baby, and so they said, "Oh, mate, like just make sure you like stick close to us like when walking back," because they were in like a group. I was obviously on my own. They could see I was on my own. They didn't want me to get mugged or whatever. We did pass a few shady people, and we like walked together. And then, like, we eventually split off. But by that point, I was on the road where my hotel was. Got in. I don't know what time I got in to my hotel. Maybe 3 o'clock. Maybe something like that. And absolutely, thankfully, I had the whole next day to do nothing but explore Istanbul. So I gave myself a full day. Head hits the pillow. Absolutely shattered. Mosque next door. Call to prayer. My hotel was next to a mosque. You ain't getting any sleep tonight, boy. You ain't getting any sleep tonight, boy. Can you imagine if we did not win the Champions League final? I would have been apoplectic with rage. And I already was. I don't even know what I would have done. I would have been scarred for life. It was just absolutely insane. The whole series and sequence of events with that Champions League final situation. Good lord. I didn't visit the mosque, no. I was wondering why my hotel was so cheap. Oh, God. Yeah, exactly. And thankfully, my street was quite out of the way. I wasn't really in the centre. I was a little bit out of the way. I purposefully did that. I wasn't near any of the other City fans. I was sort of on my own. In fact, there were some Inter fans staying in my hotel. I was the only City fan I saw near me. So, oh yeah, so many cats. Love Istanbul for the cats. And everyone looks after the cats. And everyone puts food out for the cats. Big up to Istanbul for that. Love that from you. I walked around Istanbul for ages before finding a kebab shop with only Turkish people in there. Yeah, big up. Nah, definitely not true citizen. Look, it would have been fun to have gone with someone that I know. Like, it would have been great to have gone with my mum. But as it was, that wasn't doable. And I would have regretted not going because my mum offered to send me, basically. And I've never gone anywhere abroad on my own because... So I think that was quite brave of me, to be fair, to go to Istanbul. It's a pretty big place to go on your own for the first time. I've got no experience of it. I'm a delicate, fragile little flower traveling on my own. So I think I did quite good, to be fair, because I think it could have been quite a scary situation, but I did it, and it was good. I still enjoyed the day. Like, I did the whole thing. I did the whole pre-match thing. I am a big brave boy, exactly. I did the whole pre-match thing, and I like the thing, and then the ground and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, of course, it would have been better had I been with someone that I knew. Very briefly ran into Daps, but he was in the VIP section with Big Steve. Very briefly, that was the first time I met Big Steve as well. So I was not allowed in there. So I spoke to him for about 10 seconds. Then he went over back to his VIP area. I was like, yeah, first, I'd do the same thing. And then I just like chilled on my own. But that was good. It was good. Oh, I've made a rant against UEFA. Yeah. Yeah. Saw lots of cats. Yeah. Sorry. I do need to go. I've been here for yapping for ages, man. I'm a big brave boy because I tried by fire. Not a good place to go on your own for the first time. But I did it. I did do it. But it was very walkable though, and the day after, so I had a whole day to myself, and I intended to do that because I wanted to explore the city. So I went to all the really nice sites, and I went to the nice, pretty places. I just had a wander, and I found this nice little local place that did pistachio baklava. That was really good. I just looked at all the cats, sent them all to Mrs. Nobbins because she loves cats. I went to that. I can't remember what it's called, but you know the big religious building. I can't remember the name of it. I had a cheeky look at that, and yeah, it was just really good. Good times. We missed all of that. Going the ground as they were doing the fireworks. Oh, fairs floors. Yeah, I had the whole day. Blue Mosque, that's the one. Yeah. How long was I there for? 4 days, I think, because I got there the day before. Because I was not prepared to do. If you did this, if you flew on the day, because City were offering tickets, weren't they? If you flew on the day, watched the match, and then flew back that night, fair play. I could not do that. I just could not travel like that personally. Ideally, I need to travel in like some form of like luxury and whatnot, preferably, or at least have like a hotel to sleep in. So I got there the day before. Obviously the day of, had a full free day the day after. And then I came back in like the late afternoon of the next day. So I was technically there for 4 days. So is that 3 nights? I think that is. So yeah, that was very, very fun and very good and a very good experience. And yeah, big up to Istanbul. And of course, hey, we won the treble at the same time. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it, Bicycle? It was good. I met Big Steve for the first time. I met Daps in person. And Luke, MCFC lads, he was apparently on my plane. I didn't know. I would have gone over and said hi. I didn't realise that. Because I did like an Instagram post. And when I got off, I had a text message from him saying, I think you're on my flight. Have you just got off? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I was on that one as well. And then we were going to meet up, but then it was too late. He said, oh, I'm doing this. Do you want to meet up? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to go explore. I'm going to go do this. But it was really good. Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Probably Rodrigo. Yeah, probably. There we go, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up there. W Yap Sesh, thank you so much for joining me. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you like my content, if you like my yaps, why not consider supporting the channel directly by becoming a member of the channel. You can do so for as little as £3 a month. The link is there in the chat if you would like to support your boy. Until next time, guys, and the next time will be Friday for a Touchline Talk. Thank you so much for joining. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.